How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Are you from Mississippi?
I am. We're both from Mississippi.
Oh,
we
how
grew up
cute.
together.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, we rolling? All right.
Okay. So this was a labor of love for you guys as a writer of the actual book, and then for you as a director.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, how did this all happen that we're sitting here at the premiere of The Help?
Well, I started writing this book right around 9/11, and it brought up just such intense homesickness. And one of the voices that I longed to hear, just because I couldn't call my family, I couldn't email, we were cut off from the world, was Dimitri. She was this woman, this African-American woman who worked in our home for 32 years and embraced me and used to stand me in front of the mirror and tell me, you're important, you're beautiful, you're worth something. And, it didn't really occur to me until I was about 30 years old that is such an incredible gift to give a child.
You is kind, you is smart, you is important, you is smart, you is kind, you is important. Oh, that's so good.
But more importantly, for the first time, I wondered what she must have been thinking all those years.
And did you wonder where she was at the time?
She died when I was 16.
Okay.
So I never got to go back and make that call and ask, hey, what's going on? But that is why her voice, came out on the page, because I was searching for answers to those questions. What was it like after she left my grandmother's house? What did she do in her spare time? And so I wrote this book, and then Tate, as I was writing it, I don't share what I write with very many people, but Tate, it was one of those that I wanted to hear his opinion. And of course, he thinks in terms of, frame by frame. He's a filmmaker and I'm a writer, and we worked out this deal where he could turn this book that nobody wanted to publish into a film. And then things started, falling into place.
So Tate, what was the process like for you to hear no a couple of times and then to keep pushing to this day?
Well, out here you hear no more than a couple of times, so you become friends with it. But for me, my motivation was when I read her manuscript, the relationship that I had with Carol Lee, who in a way was the Abilene of my life. I remember being so filled with, the desire and the need to tell the story. I just had to. These amazing women have raised pretty much all of our doctors and lawyers and senators and nurses and my friend here tributed them in this great novel and finally told the story from their point of view, which I'd never seen before. So it was really, I just had to do it. It wasn't so much being told no, it was who's gonna say yes.
Right. And when you found that person in Steven Spielberg, so what was it like to know that Steven Spielberg is like, okay, you got the green light?
It was pretty fantastic. And DreamWorks is such a wonderful studio with Steven and Stacy Snyder. They smartly recognize this. Someone earlier today said, isn't it dangerous working with friends? And we're like, that's the only reason this got together. And they saw that as a studio. They saw that me and Octavia were buddies, and she was buddies with Octavia, and Brunson Green and I were friends, and Allison Janney and my production designer. All this group just had this beautiful thing that we wanted to just lift up together, and they let us. And they paid for it.
And they paid
that was
for
the
it.
best thing they could do.
That's always good. So what is it about friendship? Because living in LA, it's so hard to find a good group of people, but you guys have found something that holds you together. So what keeps you together as friends?
Food, crazy and food.
Creative, and just we're stuck with each other.
Really, me and Octavia probably bonded over because I cook.
They lived together for 4 years.
Now, does she really make good fried chicken?
She can't boil water.
Oh gosh!
Tate's the cook.
You're the cook, Tate?
Oh yeah, Octavia and I met in Mississippi. We were both production assistants on A Time to Kill and became good friends and moved out here together in 1995. And I think one night I cooked dinner and she showed up. And the next night I cooked dinner and she showed up with Tupperware. And then eventually she moved into my house and lived with me for 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what's next for you guys?
Oh gosh.
She's writing a book.
I'm writing another book about Mississippi,
Okay.
but going back in time. You know, I'm so enamored
And will
by
it
the
be a film, too?
1920s. I don't know. I got to write the book.
We got to read the book.
Okay, I'm sure it will.
When she's
be.
writing it in finger paint. It's taking so long. I'm just waiting.
Tate's not gonna tell you what his next project is, but I know it, and I'm so
And you're excited?
excited. Oh my
Okay.
God! Oh God! When can
You
we
gotta
talk
tell us.
about
You
it?
can't
I'm not
give us
allowed
a
to.
hint.
I can't.
Is it similar?
I'll tell you what. It's a movie.
It's the movie. Okay. Well,
It's a movie. I'm
congratulations.
making a movie.
Amazing.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it.
Oh,